다양한 인종이 함께 살아가는 호주. 그런데 쉽게 어울리지 못하는 이들이 있습니다. 바로 어보리진 혹은 인디지너스 피플이라는 호주 원주민들인데요. 멀리서 촬영하다가 심지어 길거리에서 같은 원주민 여자의 옷을 벗겨서 가져가는 한 어보리진 사람도 만날 수 있었습니다. 그들은 왜 호주 사회에서 겉돌고 있을까요? 처음 호주가 발견되던 당시만 해도 적어도 30만 명 이상의 원주민들이 살고 있었는데요. 1778년 1월 26일 시드니를 중심으로 죄수 유배지화 및 영국의 식민지화가 시작됩니다. 그리고 그 과정에서 90%가 넘는 수많은 원주민들이 학살 및 전염병으로 인해 사망하고 영국은 1900년대 약 70여 년간 원주민 개화 정책이랍시고 원주민의 아이들을 강제로 부모와 분리하여 백인 가정으로 입양시키게 됩니다. 당시 어보리진들을 도둑맞은 세대라고 부르며 강제로 부모와 이별한 아이들, 눈앞에서 아이들을 빼앗긴 부모들이 어떨까요? 대부분 심각한 우울증 및 정신병을 앓게 됩니다. 이후 호주 정부에서는 공식적인 사과 및 호주 원주민 지원 정책을 시작하는데요. 현재는 애보리진들에게 일을 하지 않아도 최소한으로 살만한 돈이 매달 지급되며, 그런데 또 이로 인해 물론 아닌 사람들도 있지만 많은 애보리진들이 길거리에서 마약이나 술에 취해 지나가는 행인에게 시비를 걸거나 도둑질을 하는 일이 잦습니다. 그렇다면 호주인들은 이들을 어떻게 생각할까요?
Actually, I'm just wondering about the indigenous people. So, can I have some interview?
I grew up with them, so
Huh?
I grew up with them.
And so they just moved into the cities and sleep on the streets and
Yeah.
bash people up when they run out of money.
Yes.
They're a race that's gone wrong.
싫다, 일을 하지 않는다, 더럽다 등등의 의견이 많았지만
Oh, they're all right. Well, the government's managed them wrong. A population of people that has never drunk alcohol before in their lives and taken drugs.
Yeah.
They've been allowed to have their alcohol and drugs and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
well, that's a big problem because, like on the East Coast here, they're not too bad of people. But if you get out into Central Australia and stuff like that, there's no work, there's no job opportunities for them. No one wants to employ them because they just break everything they touch.
Okay.
And they don't want to work. I was born here, so as far as I'm concerned, it's my country too, you know. And then they just expect everything for nothing.
Yeah.
When you're in places like Sydney, you don't really see much of indigenous people
Yeah.
anyway, but you do more here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they're badly treated in many ways. They're looked after in the wrong sort of way, you know.
What kind of way?
But well, they get a lot of government payments, you know,
Yeah,
very
fine.
easily.
Yeah.
Without doing much for it, and they should do more, you know. But it's the way the government works. They just don't look at the indigenous people in the right way. So you know, some indigenous people are good and they come through and do well, and others don't.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the way it is, unfortunately. I have a lot of indigenous friends because I taught for the last 2 years. I've been teaching indigenous people.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, so I know them very well. And again, you know, as I say, some are good and receptive, you know, to what you say. Others have no interest, you know, apart from to get drunk and do nothing. So it's just like everybody, really. But yeah, you know, it is much harder for an indigenous person to get somewhere
Okay.
than a white person.
To educate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people don't have much respect for them. So it goes back. They don't have much respect for anybody else, you know.
Okay.
When you get to know people, indigenous people, a little bit more, you can sort of understand a little bit more. But it's a long story, too long to explain. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of indigenous people spend their lives just slopping around the streets and getting drunk. It is getting better. You know, there are more initiatives, more things that the government do to try and get, you know, get them so that they can at least function properly, because the ones I was teaching couldn't read or write, and this was adults, and they couldn't do basic mathematics, so they couldn't count money. So if they go to a shop to buy something, they just hand over money and take what comes back. They don't know if it's right or wrong, you know, because they can't count the money. So if it could be made mandatory, you know, for indigenous people to at least, because many don't go to school, you see, you know, many come from the Torres Strait Islands and they come from remote communities, and they've never had any school. So yeah, early education, this is the thing. You know, being able to educate them, like, you know, normally a Western person or a person from your sort of country, by the time they reach 9, 10, 11 years old, they can read and write. Yeah, and they can count their money and they can do math.
They can think.
Yeah. But these people can't because many don't just, you know, they come from remote places which are not policed, and their kids never go to school, so they never learn. So yeah, but they, you know, what it's like, you know. I mean, I guess many people, whether they're white or black or any colour, if they're really down, you know, they turn to crime and they turn to violence and things. And I think that's sort of what's happening.
Okay.
It's a bit complicated because a lot of them, some of them are like really good, but sadly, due to ignorance and the fact that a few other things, that they've led to a tradition of drinking in the streets and just disrespecting everything that they come across. But that's only some communities. Other communities, they're pretty good.
So actually, I want to have some interview with the indigenous people. Is it possible, in your opinion?
You could, but like, you can't ask the questions of about their race or anything like that.
Sure.
They get really defensive about that. You would have to ask questions about, like, you know, how is Australia or something like that. You know, something that I don't know actually.
용기를 얻고 에보리진 사람들을 인터뷰 시도해보았습니다.
Can I have interview with you with this video?
No, I can't.
No, you can't. Okay.
한 번 더. 질문은 그냥 원래 제가 하던 행복 인터뷰 질문으로 한번 해보았는데요.
So can I interview you? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy?
Yes.
Talk.
Huh?
Talk to people. Understand.
Talk to people and understand. It is your happiness.
Yeah, with my families.
Yes.
Families is for me.
What do you think about your life?
My life is right. R-I-T-G-H-T. Right.
Right.
Alright.
Huh?
Like for me now,
Yeah.
I was rich. I drunk. I'm telling you now. Feed.
Ah. Okay. So now you looking for some food or
Yeah.
여러분들은 어떤 생각이 드시나요? 앞서 말씀드렸던 1월 26일 영국이 호주를 침략한 날, 아이러니하게도 이날은 호주의 국경일로 호주의 날이라고 불리우고 있습니다.